Welcome back to the Palace. I'm your host, Crown Vic. In this video, I will be talking to you about channeling. How are you channeling your energy? So recently I saw a video, and also I made a short on this. If you didn't see that short, go check that out. If you haven't, that's fine, because this is pretty much going to be on the same topic in a little bit more of an extensive way. So basically what was going on in the short, I brought up the point on how I came across this video on how TikTok algorithm is a little different than it is in its home country versus how it is in other countries. So basically, once again, is in China, they're showing, once you get on the app for the Chinese citizens, they're showing pretty much the cream of the crop. So basically anyone who is doing well in their profession when it comes to academics or anywhere in life, doing good things or somehow uplifting their community in some way, shape, or form. So that's basically what it's all about, what it's gearing towards in China. However, in other countries such as the United States of America, we see a little bit different from the algorithm. We see how it kind of filters us, or tunnel visions us to see all the not so cream of the crop as far as performing well in our community, but more so entertainment. So showing, I guess you could say, the bad yoke of society, the Tide Pod challenges. So a couple years ago they did this Tide Pod challenge, in which kids would just eat these Tide Pods so they can get a viral result from the internet. So that's kind of what was going on at that time. And then later on, you see all these different other types of challenges as well, such as I remember when I was teaching last year, they had this slap your teacher challenge that was going on. So that was another challenge. But however, despite all this stuff that may be going on, and that I'm not saying that that's right or whether it's wrong, as far as the conspiracy is concerned, it might be, it might be that the Chinese algorithm looks different in that way, but that doesn't change the fact that you have the ability yourself to change what you're tuning into, because the algorithm is nothing but a tool. So in default mode, it might be gearing you towards those things. But what I have noticed, me personally, in using TikTok, is that if I chose to look at or like videos such as educational videos, spiritual videos, so on and so forth, I see more of that as a result rather than a bunch of the nonsense. So it's all about what you're tuning into. So whereas in China, the default might be to look at the cream of the crop, that doesn't mean that it can't happen for you and for your own page, as they say in I think that's what they call it on TikTok, for your page. So that's pretty much the first things that you start to see once you get on the TikTok app. So I just want to kind of bring to our awareness that despite what you may see or what you might see on as far as the internet is just a tool, just like anything else. It can be used to help you or it can be used to hurt you. It's like the gun, for example. The gun can be used to protect you, or the gun can be used to hurt yourself or other people. It all depends on how you use it. That's the same thing that goes for the internet. So at one point they thought that TV was bad for you, and it all depends on what programming that you choose to tune into. It's called channeling for a reason. You have different channels, right? And in spirituality, they call it channeling. Literally, you're tuning into a different frequency, and that's pretty much part of our reality. You're channeling what you focus on. It's like the saying goes, energy flows where attention goes. What you focusing on, that's the result of what you're fueling. What are you fueling, as far as your reality? Because ultimately, reality is made up of several different realities, such as according to how you see it. What are you tuning into? And so if you're tuning into bad things, then as a result, your mind becomes not so good, right? It only makes sense. Bad doesn't produce good. Good doesn't produce bad. It's all about channeling and tuning into that which you are, desiring. And whatever, it's like they said, it's the saying, also another saying goes, what you desire also desires you. So if you're channeling into some dumb stuff, then as a result, the dumb stuff is tuning into you, and then over time, your actions are going to reflect that which you are tuning into. It's like also another saying that goes, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. So if you're frequently watching dumb stuff, as a result, you're going to have dumb activities going on either through you or around you. So if you're tuning into good stuff, then eventually down the line, you're going to have good things happen through you or around you. So it's all about choices. It's all about taking accountability. Stop blaming everybody else for, things that you have power over. Because if you start to, I want you to be aware of that as well. As soon as you start to complain, you're giving up your power. You're giving up your power. You're pretty much sending out the frequency that you don't have the ability to change anything. But we all have the ability to change. That is your birthright. That is my birthright. In order to be practical and in order to have practical spirituality, and that's another thing as well. A lot of people think that spirituality is all about just sitting around and not doing anything about it. But reality is that spirituality is the foundation. It's the fundamentals of reality. Once you master your spirituality, which is your psychology, then you master your reality. So it's all about applied spirituality at the end of the day. How can you make spirituality practical for your life? And this is what this channel is all about. If you like what you heard here so far, like and subscribe, because I'll be having more videos coming soon on practical spirituality. My content will be focused on stimulating the mind, motivating the body, and rejuvenating the soul, right? Because it's my goal to produce content, to produce things that'll help us raise our vibration, raise our frequency, and get to the highest level of living so that we can all walk in royalty together. Thanks for tuning in.